The Urgent Global Wake-Up Call, Part 5. Kyrios says, countries must not wage war against one another. They must prioritize international peace and safety at all times. Born in China, President Xi Jinping is the reincarnation of an ancient dragon. His leadership style of transparency, anti-corruption, and protecting the nation and the people's well-being will lead China to surpass other great nations and become the leading global superpower. President Xi Jinping is steadfast in his actions, maintaining fair and just principles, while working hard to forge peace and development together with all nations across the world. The One Belt, One Road policy will not only enable China to progress, it will also bring prosperity and stability for people all over the world. In 1900, in a time of political corruption during the final years of China's Qing dynasty, Britain, the United States, Germany, France, Russia, Japan, Italy, and Austria-Hungary allied and seized the opportune weakness to invade China. The Eight-Nation Alliance invaded vast areas of China's lands, disregarding China's sovereignty. Besides forcing China to cede territories as compensation, the alliance engaged in unscrupulous arson, killing, looting, and pillaging. Many Chinese were brutally massacred, while others have no means to make a living. But now, China is different from how it was. Under President Xi Jinping's administration, China continues to grow stronger day by day. In December 2019, COVID-19 broke out in Wuhan. President Xi Jinping, with his open, transparent, and dutiful stance, spreaded news of the pandemic in the nick of time. Following bold and resolute enforcement of lockdowns and social distancing policies, in March 2020, China finally defeated the pandemic with the cooperation of the citizens, successfully suppressing the spread of COVID-19. Conversely, as for the influenza virus that devastated the United States since October 2019, as of April 2020, 39 million to 56 million people have been infected with the influenza, killing between 24,000 to 62,000 individuals. Now, COVID-19 is raging across the world, especially in European nations where infection rates continue to increase drastically, with confirmed cases and death rates rapidly increasing. One after another, various nations panically placed lockdowns and closed their countries, while continuing to extend social distancing periods. Shortly, the United States became the country with the highest number of new cases, thereby causing the global economy to decline and reaching a state of paralysis. In upholding the vision of a community of shared future for mankind, President Xi Jinping was the first to extend timely aid to other countries experiencing the pandemic outbreaks by sharing experiences to prevent, control, diagnose, and treat the disease, and sending teams of medical experts to the front lines to help various nations combat the pandemic, to prevent the widespread proliferation of the pandemic across the world. Following US citizens filing class action lawsuits against China, several countries and organizations are planning to sue China. They accuse China of being the perpetrator behind the outbreak of COVID-19 global pandemic and demanded China to pay trillions of US dollars as reparations for economic losses and loss of human lives. Despite encountering countless ordeals and tribulations, China will be able to break through many obstacles under President Xi Jinping's leadership. Just as the world struggles with the pandemic and prepares itself to cope with imminent disasters, these countries are trying every means to demand compensation from China and even provoking wars, completely neglecting the safety of the lives of the citizens. Kyrios warns, Earth, human beings, and all life are beginning to live in turbulent days of constant crisis and danger. Earth has always been warning people all over the world that those disasters brought about by global warming will continue to strike all across the world one after another. Everyone on Earth will face wave after wave of catastrophes until the world finally ends. From now until the end of the world in 2028, how much time do we have left? Kyrios stresses, to world leaders and government officials, people elect you for they trust you to resolve threats to the country and the citizens, to protect the lives of your people, be concerned about the livelihoods of the people, and foster harmony between all ethnic groups so that everyone may be able to live peacefully. Besides having integrity, ability, and efficiency, good governments must possess wisdom and foresight and always consider the well-being of its people. They must not rashly initiate wars to achieve their selfish desires, harming both the economy and the citizens, disregarding the lives of their citizens and ignoring the life and death of others. Not only will wars devastate people, it will also damage Earth and bring destruction to other lives on Earth. If the leader of a government does not know how to protect all lives on Earth and understand the blessings of life's existence, then as citizens, we must carefully consider, will the leaders you choose cherish your life? Thus, the electoral vote in your hands will determine whether your future will be bright or not. Please make a careful decision. Because a good government leader will not bear to witness its citizens suffer any grievance or harm. A leader with real foresight will not think only of protecting the interests of his country, but be like President Xi Jinping, who strives to enable all nations to develop and prosper together. Only if we strive to eliminate disunity will we be able to lead a wonderful, joyful, blissful, and peaceful life on this beautiful planet. Only with a good leader will the country rise to greatness and let its citizens live in peace and security.